Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll, and I'm running point on this channel. This is your Mount Washington June real estate update. We're going to get into everything that's important, which is the numbers. We're going to tell you specifically what is going on in the neighborhood. If you're somebody who's searching, there's no speculation here. It's exactly what the numbers are telling us. We'll get into the current numbers. We'll do some month over month, some year over year statistics so you can get a better perspective as far as what you can expect. And in the last segment, we'll talk about a few homes that have caught my eye that might provide some value for you as a client. Let's do it. All right, so we're getting out to Mount Washington, a very desirable neighborhood on the east side, in my opinion. It is the next one to jump off the page. It's been, Silver Lake, Highland Park, Eagle Rock, and Mount Washington's the next one on the cusp. It's going to be tough to get out in this neighborhood for less than $1 million, which you will see here from the numbers. But currently, we have 15 homes available for sale, which isn't bad in comparison to the other neighborhoods on the east side. Minimum price, like I mentioned, it's $975K right now. Anticipation that house gets to $1 million. So it's not a neighborhood where you're going to find the $600,000-$700,000 homes in some of the other spots around. High end, $2.288 million. Average home sale is just under $1.5 million. Average days on market is 35. Not too bad, a little over a month that homes are sitting. Normally, we want to see that number in the high 20s, but 35 isn't bad in comparison. If we look back at June of 2022, we had 16 homes sell at 116% clip, meaning 16% over the list price. That is very consistent with everything we see on the east side. In 2022, we will not get to that number this month because we only have 15 available and 16 sold. So, even if you're not a mathematician, we're not getting there, which is obvious, right? And you'll see that as we jump into the next segment, which is last month. All right, so we're jumping into last month, May. We're looking at the numbers. These are the most relevant numbers to you because they're the most recent. There's no speculation involved with this. Most realtors think their job is convincing people to buy a home, regardless of what's going on. I'm not that guy. I want the numbers to tell me exactly what's up. So last month, we saw 8 homes sell at 100% clip, meaning right at the list price. That's pretty incredible, and it's telling, right? So what you see is what you get in the neighborhood right now. Homes are not appreciating like we saw last year in the 15 to 20% range. So if you're a homeowner, don't expect the big appreciation. Enjoy the profits from 2021. You're going to see homes not appreciate as much. And what you see on those list prices is essentially what you're going to get. There'll be a couple of outliers, obviously, but 8's a pretty consistent number for the year. We saw 9 in April, so not a big drop off there. The low end on the sales side of things was $555,000. That is pretty low for Mount Washington, but this was just an 800 square foot home that probably needed a little bit of work. On the high end, $1.6 million. That brought our average to just under 1.2 at 1.192625. That number is consistent. Mount Washington continually has averages, somewhere in the middle of the $1.1 million range. Days on market was 17. So we had a couple of houses jump off the market pretty quickly, probably first open house off the market, an absolute realtor's dream. If we look at May of 2022, 16 homes sold at 114% clip, 14% over the list price. Pretty consistent, but that is a 50% decline year over year. We are seeing this continually on the east side, and it's not going to change. We have an inventory issue. That inventory issue is going nowhere, and it's not because a market crash is coming. It's because most people have an interest rate at 3.5%, 4.5%, maybe even 2.5%, and they have so much equity in their home that it makes it very difficult for them to make the decision to sell smartly unless, there's a relocation with their job. Maybe the family size gets bigger, but we're not going to see this issue change, and we're going to continually see 40, 50, 60% declines in inventory, in sales this year. That's just a fact. But let's take a quick look at a few homes that might be attractive to you and the homes that have caught my eye. All right, homes that have caught my eye out in Mount Washington. Let me lead off by saying I do not talk badly about houses, though I do think there's obviously houses out there that I wouldn't touch and I would not advise as your realtor, but I am not here to bring down other realtors. More importantly, I'm not trying to hurt anyone who's trying to sell their home, so I'm going to try and bring a positive light and bring some information that might be relevant to you and maybe some good opportunities. So let's start with something that's always important is what does it take entry level wise to get out in this neighborhood right now? We already touched on it a little bit. It's 3356 Isabel Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,048 square feet, and it's listed for $975,000. My anticipation for this home, looking at the market, looking at the neighborhood, is they're probably looking for an offer at that $1 million mark. So if that's too high for you, might not be your option. But homes are selling right around the list price as we saw in the past month preview. So there's an opportunity there. This home also has an opportunity for a possible ADU in the back. So it could be a good starter spot, maybe an investment spot if you're somebody who's got very, very risky guts and you're out investing in this market, which is crazy. Let's move on to my favorite home, which is 427 James Street. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. It's 2,480 square feet. It's listed for $1.25 million. So just above the average price out in the area. This is the second biggest lot available for sale right now at over 7,800. It has a second ADU. So you have that opportunity to come in, put somebody in the bag as a renter, help pay down that mortgage. And the big thing that's attractive to me is I'm a numbers guy. I want the numbers to make sense. It's only $504 per square foot. That is incredible. That is just about as good as you're going to get for a nice home on the east side. And there's some real value in this premises. Let's get to the top dog. It's 987 West Avenue 37. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. It's 2,786 square feet. It's listed for $2.288 million. Now, big caveat here is this got listed originally for $2.499 and it got dropped recently over $200,000. So this seller mispriced or is getting eager. So it's something to keep your eye on if you're trying to get out into Mount Washington. My anticipation is they might have to come down even more. We've only had one sale in all of Mount Washington all year over $2 million. It was a $3 million sale, but there's not a lot of high-end activity in Mount Washington currently. So it's something to keep your eye on. If it is a home that you like, it might be something where you can come in and maybe get it a little bit under the list price. Something to think about. But that's a wrap on your Mount Washington June update. If you enjoyed this video, you thought it was relevant, give me a like, give me a subscribe. We're going to do this every single month for you so you can stay up to date on what's happening in the neighborhood. We do all the neighborhoods on the east side. We do Silver Lake, Echo Park, Highland Park, Lincoln Heights, El Sereno, Mount Washington, Atwater, you name it, we do it. And we're also going to get into some schools reports, some restaurant reports, some attraction reports, so you can have an all-encompassing view of what it's like and what's important if you want to move out here. So definitely subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Be kind.
Yeah.